Hi! In this third mini video, I will provide you some information to be able to answer to question number 3 of the game, how does our planet work climates? Here is Hélène Gaonac'h. Question number 3 is, where is the heavy rain during El Nino? So we have many climates at the surface of the Earth today. But one climate can also change in a region with time. We will first consider seasonal variations, the fact that climate is changing between winter and summer. What influences the seasonal variations? This is not due to the fact that the Earth is close or far from the Sun. Two reasons explain seasons. The Earth orbits around the Sun in the ecliptic plane. But you can also notice that the Earth rotates around the Sun while being about 23.5 degrees away from the perpendicular to the ecliptic plane. The perpendicular line is shown by the dotted line here and is indeed perpendicular to the ecliptic plane. So the tilting while the planet is turning around the Sun explains the seasons. For example, when the Earth is here, the sun rays arrive at the surface of the Earth with different incident angles in the northern hemisphere and in the southern hemisphere. The angle of the sun arriving on the surface is larger in the northern hemisphere, which is oriented to the sun. We have indeed summer in the northern hemisphere and winter in the southern hemisphere. They include a date during the year where the day is longer in the northern hemisphere and a date where the day is shorter in the southern hemisphere, called respectively the summer solstice and the winter solstice. When the Earth is located here on the orbit, it is still tilted with the same angle at 23.5 degrees, but this time the two hemispheres are oriented similarly to the Sun. We don't have one more oriented than the other. Sun rays arrive perpendicular to the Earth's axis of rotation. Equinox days are dates with equal lengths of night and day, that is 12 hours each. An additional point is that at the equator, at the equinox days, that means twice a year, the noon sun is at the zenith, directly at the vertical above the head of the observer located at the equator. Climate can also vary over several years, thousands or million years. These climatic variations can be due to several reasons. The change in the Earth's axis tilt, the change in the ecliptic plane orientation, the variation in the sunspot activities, the appearance of volcanic eruptions, especially explosive ones, that will eject through in the atmosphere gas and fragments. This will limit the sun radiation arriving at the Earth's surface. A third cause for climatic variations over several years is due to the existence of the coupled atmosphere oceans. You can observe on this topographic and bathymetric map that 3/4 of our planet is covered by water. Warm currents or cold ones will influence the atmosphere which in turn will influence the regional climate. This is the case with El Nino or La Niña. Consider first the common circulation of winds called la nada in Spanish. We are located in the Pacific Ocean with the American coasts on the east and Asia, Australia on the west. In this common situation, the trade winds, which, remember, come from the east, blow moderately and push the surface of the oceanic water to the west. Clouds form above the ocean, and rain will fall at west, allowing good agricultural crops. A deeper, cold current moves to the east. It rises to the surface. It is enriched in marine life, and fishermen on the American coasts will benefit from this cold current. Here is a satellite image of the Pacific Ocean. We can notice North America and South America. You can observe that most of the Pacific Ocean is colored in green, which means, according to the legend, that the level of the oceanic surface is close to the seasonal average. The arrival of warm surface water will expand the water and rise the height of the oceanic surface, leading to a positive anomaly in red to white on the image. Cold waters will, on the other hand, contract the water and decrease the height of the oceanic surface, leading to a negative anomaly colored in blue to violet. So green means seasonal temperature of the water, red means warmer surface temperature of the water, blue means colder surface waters. So since we are in a common circulation, a regular or seasonal circulation of the winds, the image is mostly green. Consider now the El Nino event. El Nino translates as young boy in Spanish. This situation will be triggered by a change in atmospheric pressure over the Pacific Ocean. Scientists, however, don't know precisely the details of the explanations for it. The trade winds, these winds from the east, are then weaker than normal during the El Nino event. The warm current will be directed toward the east, to the American coasts, instead of going to west, as previously shown. There will therefore rain a lot on the American side, provoking eventually floods, especially in South America, as in this example in Peru. On the contrary, a drought, forest fires will prevail on the west side of the Pacific Ocean. We can observe on this satellite image the positive anomaly associated with warm surface waters on the east of the Pacific Ocean in red, and the negative anomaly in blue related to the cold surface waters on the west side of the ocean. El Nino will be on every 2 to 7 years and will generally last for either a year to eventually 2 years. Following El Nino, we may eventually have La Niña, but both are not necessarily related. La Niña means the little girl in Spanish. In this case, the trade winds are stronger than usual and push the warm current intensely toward the west, while the cold current is directed to America. This provokes abundant rain, but also floods in Asia and Australia. You can see on the satellite image the positive anomaly of the warm surface waters on the west side of the Pacific Ocean, and the negative anomaly associated with cold waters on the east side of the ocean. Here at the end of the third mini video. You can find all the videos about this climate game on the blog at the address jeuclimat.blogspot.ca. Have a nice day.